like I want to be able to choose not to listen to the screaming guy.
Right.
I want to, like, my life is happy. There's a podcast I can recommend, podcast show, Intelligence Squared Debates. There's a US version and there's a British version. If you like British snark, that's a little better. And they have like pretty heated debates between each other. I like that. I like that kind of disagreement, those debates, and high effort disagreement.
Yes.
Like people just talking shit and mocking and trolls, like Jordan has talked about. They destroy the quality of the conversation. Now, I don't want to like remove them from they should have a community. If people want to say shitty things to each other, is great, but each individual person should be able to control to some degree how cool their party is.
Well, that's what Mastodon's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Adam Curry talked about that. Mm-hmm. With, you can kind of control who's in your Mastodon server, and you could stop shitty people from interacting with you.
But the problem with Mastodon is that there's not enough centralization to create an awesome product. Like, as a product, it kind of sucks. Like, it's very difficult to set up. It's
difficult to navigate.
To use. It's difficult to like no person with a large following is going to use it for now. I mean, that's
for now.
The same with Rumble too. Like Rumble, I think I would love for Rumble to be successful. So
is it successful yet?
I don't think so. There's a few famous people that went on to Rumble.
They're throwing a lot of money around.
Yeah, but ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to create a really nice product that competes with YouTube. Like where the thing, not the content, but like it's fun to use, it's easy to use. Like you can play in the background. There's no bugs. There's just a million, like the recommendation works. Everything just works. Like YouTube is really easy to use. The search, the discovery, the stuff that's apolitical. The search discovery works great. The comment system works great. Like the actual interface works great. Rumble, I think, has a way to go there, but philosophically, Rumble just provides a nice resistance to the over censorship that is YouTube, over caution that is YouTube.
Yeah, I like the fact that there's alternatives. But
Twitter might be that alternative.
The other thing about like the argument for censorship is that if you do admit that there are some bots, or at the very least there's people that are hired to do certain things and to push a narrative on Twitter, if you allow that, you could allow someone to game the system. You could, if you just have no moderation at all, you could most certainly, someone could come in and game the system and just flood, especially if your timeline is it's by time. It's not. It's chronological. It's not by an algorithm. If you do that, man, shit, you could really just swarm something, and keep like these posts coming in that have one narrative and one narrative only. And if you're interested in the subject, like what happened in blah 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 in Cincinnati, and then you go there to the story, and the narrative is promoted by people that have a vested interest in getting one version of the truth out.
Yeah. Yeah, I trust in the people's general ability to figure out the different perspectives on a story and to figure out the truth from that. Like you have to trust in that ability, and try as much as possible to remove the low effort bullshit. So not the wrong bullshit, not the misinformation, but the mockery, the trolling, the bot stuff, all of that. Like. It's really difficult because there's a lot of gray areas. There's a lot of obviously amazing humor online. That's like mockery sometimes is one of the best ways to get to the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Tim Dillon's whole existence, right? So you have to be extremely careful with what is and isn't. But I think you have to put that power in the hands of individual users versus like some kind of centralized entity.
Yeah. It's complicated, right? There's no simple, clear path towards a perfect environment. But I think that's also part of what's going on is this weird struggle to kind of figure out how to do this correctly. And that's where it's fascinating that a guy like Elon comes along, where you get this very wealthy and influential person. This is like, you can't just let it go this way. Let's introduce this new element in and try to figure it out in a way that where I'm not listening to the intelligence agencies. Not only that, I'm going to let you know that they were up to a bunch of weird shenanigans and release these Twitter files and allow these journalists to go over all this data. Like just that alone has been a massive service. Jamie, you were saying something to me the other day about Russian bots that you think.
What about?
The Renee DiResta stuff.
Oh. Well, that was with the Twitter file stuff.
Right.
So they were saying all that stuff, like they were saying like there are no Russian bots almost, I feel like.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know.
There's no Russian bots? Is that what the Twitter file said?
The Twitter files, I think, said that there's not a significant influence for like on the election from them.